Welcome back to the Vinyl Word Podcast. Again, as always, I'm Steve Beach.
And I'm Brian Mayer. Hello.
The lovely Brian Mayer, as always.
Yes, this is our fourth time trying this because I've screwed up the first three.
This is my fifth, so we're all screwing up here today. But that's okay. Just want to, again, continue to thank everybody for listening and viewing. We've got a lot of feedback from the last few episodes, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, people hate my hair. You guys are very petty.
Well, people make comments the fact that I'm losing mine.
Listen, your forehead's winning the war.
I know. It's a losing battle. I know it. If you want to reach out to us, we have a Facebook page. You can always email us at vinylword22@gmail.com. And you can also call Brian directly at his number. It's 317.
No, please don't do this. Don't dox me, man. Oh, we're starting up with side 2 of the fairy tales, which is the Goose Girl. And side 1 had Barbara Lee, which was very interesting. Side 2 has another famous individual, Ed Wynn.
Yes. Yeah, you may not recognize the name. You're probably thinking, who's Ed Wynn? But when you hear his voice, you'll go, him.
I love to laugh.
Yes.
Long and loud and
I'm
clear.
Ed Wynn. I'm always happy.
Yes.
It's kind of how he sounds.
Yeah, he signed a very large contract with Disney and starred in many, many movies. I think the most famous of which is probably Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
Where he was the Mad Hatter.
Yes, that's where you recognize him the most.
And he was also in Mary Poppins. He was one of the people floating around with floating in the air from laughter.
Yes.
So, he was in a number of different roles. And we have because
I guess he used to have a character he used to always do.
Well, yes, he was originally vaudeville, and then he went from vaudeville to radio. This is Ed Wynn. One of his characters, called the Perfect Fool, is who he is dressed as there. But he was a just very popular, consistently worked for, 40 years, 50 years?
Yes.
I mean, vaudeville was 20s. He worked into the 60s when he passed on.
Yep. Yeah, his voice was money.
Yeah.
Just had even just the way he would talk, it's not like he was making up a voice the whole time.
No. That
was just his normal voice. And so it was very cartoonish. So, that's just, there's some people sometimes in life, they're just born to do certain things.
Yes.
And he was one of those guys that was just born to do cartoon voices.
Yes. And one of the other things is, they sing in this one, and he has a song. And it's interesting.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Well, the lyrics are a little bit weird, yeah. But just as far as his voice...
Yes.
I mean, he can sing pretty decent.
Yeah,
but this song in particular is a bit...
it's created a new catchphrase for us.
Yes. We'll talk about that later.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. So, do we have any more sponsors, Brian?
No.
So they couldn't cash them.
Yep. So, we have a new product this time. They're cleaning bombs for men. Imagine you're a bachelor.
Okay.
And you got it, like a girl's coming over. You don't clean. You don't know how to clean. So what you do is you take this bomb out, you put it in the middle of your room, you push the button down, it sprays cleaner into the air. Okay?
Not a bad idea.
It doesn't actually clean, but it smells like you did.
So what are some of the scents that they offer?
Oh. Like pine sol.
Okay.
Pledge.
Ammonia.
Well, no, not
Bleach.
Ammonia. No, definitely not those two together. We're not making hydrochloric acid or anything.
Well, you said bombs, so I was just wondering.
No. But the point is, let their perception be your reality. If they walk in and it smells like you cleaned, you cleaned.
Even though there's dirty socks and empty pizza boxes on the floor, it's still clean.
That's why you pick up and you throw all that stuff into a closet.
Right, exactly.
And then you move on with your life.
And you pray she doesn't open that closet.
Cleaning bombs for men. Find them.
Great sponsor.
Yep.
All right, that's great. Yeah, so we talked a little bit about the song that Ed Wynn sings. And Brian, the last episode we did, you wrote a song.
I did.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, but I appreciate you mentioning it.
It was good. It was funny. So you writing that song really inspired me to write one for this side.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I'm looking for. I have not heard it yet.
Yes.
I'm going to hear it with you guys.
Yes,
So I'm
and
excited.
I get to sing it in falsetto too.
Do you
Yes.
wrote yourself a falsetto song?
Yes, I did.
Why do you hate yourself?
Why do I hate our listeners, right?
We're going to have to work on that.
Right. All right, you ready?
Oh, Steve, without further ado, let's drop the needle and get this going.
All right.
Once upon a time, there lived a queen with a beautiful daughter.
Okay.
When the child grew up, it was arranged that she should marry a prince
Oh,
who
good.
lived in a far-off
Patriarchy.
land. The queen
Starting
was
off
sad
great.
to lose her daughter, but happy that she was to make such a successful marriage.
I hope you'll be happy for the rest of your life.
Your
A
only
husband so
function is to
handsome
be a
deserves a
present
loving
wife.
wife.
I
Be
hope
true
you
as
will
the years
always
go
smile.
by.
Not
Just
like your father and I.
I
Boy, he
hope
doesn't
you'll be
sit and
happy.
watch
I hope you'll be
football
gay.
games and watch
find in
movies.
tomorrow
That's
the
such a
promise
shame.
of today.
Don't
Joy may you always know.
Not
Just
like I
as we
did
did
long
long
ago.
ago. I will love him with all my guts.
And I hope he'll one day die.
Oh, that's
And
this is
I
a little
vow
good.
my love.
There's a high part she gets there.
Yeah.
So just a good thing we don't have glass around here.
Yeah, your dog was going to start howling.
Yes,
she
I know.
was very close.
Here it is. Here it is.
Yep. Is it live or is it Memorex?
Right.
I hope you'll be happy in
That
all
much is
that
true.
you do.
Divorce
One
can be
day be
expensive
blessed
and
with a daughter
alimony
such as
too.
you.
That's
She'll
just
be
an
the apple of your
FYI.
eye.
Not
Just like your father and
I.
I. Now, my dear, you must take with you gold and silver
Enjoy it.
ornaments and
It was
furniture for
horrible
your
for
new
your
home.
listening ears. I'm
And
sorry.
You get an A for effort.
Your Majesty, you will go with the princess.
Yes, Your Majesty. And may I take Falada, the talking horse?
Of
get a
course you
talking
may,
horse.
my dear. And one other thing. Give me your hand.
Okay, why do you need my hand?
Do you want me to draw it?
You've cut my finger.
There. 3 drops of blood are falling on this napkin. Take
Yes,
it
they
and
are.
keep
That's
it
usually
as a
what happens when you
charm.
cut somebody.
It will give
Steve,
you power over
did the
your
mom
enemies.
just give her daughter
Go now,
a
my
bloody
dear,
napkin?
and God
Yes.
Is
speed
that
you on your
sanitary?
way.
I think so.
I hope you'll be happy
Did
for
the
the
napkin have a name?
rest of your life.
Well, the horse did, so I would imagine the
A
napkin did too. What do you
husband
think it
so handsome
could have
deserves a
been?
loving
Stay
wife. Be true as the years
a
go
jerk, sorry.
by. Just like your father and I.
The princess mounted Falada and rode away, followed by
I'll
Gretchen
leave that
riding
one
a
alone.
servant's hack. After they had ridden for a few hours, the princess
The
became
horse was
thirsty.
tired.
Gretchen, please go to that stream and get me some water.
Go to the stream and get it yourself. I'm not going to
A little
be
fiery
servant
for a
to you.
servant there,
The
isn't she?
princess went to the
That's pretty
stream,
saucy.
and as she stopped to drink, her napkin fell into the water.
She lost her
Your
sanitary
lucky
napkin in
charm
the
has been
crimson wave.
carried away
Yes, she
down
did.
the stream, and now you must do as I say. Come here. You are going to wear my coarse servant's clothes, and I am going to wear your royal robe, and then the prince will think that I am the princess. And listen to me,
Is
little
that
one.
where they got the
If
idea
you
for
ever
Star
breathe a
Wars?
word of this,
Padme?
I will
And
kill you.
she switches roles.
It could have been.
Anyway, far off.
That would have
So
been George
wearing the
Lucas did
servant's
research, so
clothes,
probably
the
not.
princess rode to the palace, while Gretchen, dressed as the princess, proudly rode in front, riding Falada.
In case you missed
His
it,
Royal Highness,
Gretchen
the
threatened
King.
the
Good
princess
morning.
with
I'm the
murder,
king. How do you do?
which is the
Greetings, Your
core of any
Majesty.
good
I
happy
know.
fairy
Oh, yeah,
tale
of
Tell me
course.
you've come to marry
Mention
my
his,
son.
I'll kill you.
Henry.
Oh, there's Ed
Come
Wynn.
and meet your fiancé.
Yep.
Henry. Where is the boy?
Playing polo, Your Majesty.
Marco.
Polo? Fancy playing polo at a
Marco.
time like this.
Polo!
Nevertheless, we are delighted that you've arrived, my dear. It gives a perfect excuse for a celebration. Why, we haven't had one for ages. We'll have a party. There'll be fireworks and bangs, simply
And
bucketfuls of
bangs?
cream, and a mountain of
What are
meringues.
bangs?
We'll have a party.
Well, their hair
With
that
us as
hangs in the
charming
front
queens
over.
and kings
You might
who
want
are
to think
always
about
asking us
bangs,
to
actually.
their
Sure.
Jubilees things. There'll be Chinese lamps by a lake of lemonade.
And Mexican
I'll issue
piñatas.
special stamps, which is always good for
Racist
trade.
things.
We'll have a party with a party honors list. And our ninth ones I list when the Chamberlain was on his horse and I couldn't find my
On
knighting
his what?
sword at all.
Did he say horse?
By Jove, by Jinx, we'll have a ball.
Oh,
We'll have a party. We'll make the guest of honor you, and I'll even wear my crown, which I very seldom do. We'll
It
have a
doesn't wear much of
party.
anything else either.
And we'll all wear funny hats. We'll invite some people too, just to show we're Democrats.
Did he say
All
to
the
show we're
guests
Democrats?
Will bow
I
as they
think
kiss
so.
me on the hand.
So does that- so that
And
means
I
Tim
do
Allen
hide
and Rob
laugh.
Schneider
It's
won't
the
get invited.
custom of the land. We'll have a party. And an anthem we will sing, saying, I'm a smashing king, and I'm gracious and I'm noble, and the music will be stirring and sublime. By Jove, by Jinx, we'll have a time. Oh, isn't
Edwin.
it fun being a majesty?
Edwin, everybody.
Who's that behind you?
My servant, Your Majesty.
She's pretty, isn't she?
But she is lazy and disobedient.
Is she? Servants are a problem, aren't they?
That's why I
would
have
be
all of
pleased if
mine
you would
killed.
find her rough work.
When mine don't work, I just have
Work,
them murdered.
certainly. She can help Colin. He's the
Colin?
boy who looks after the geese.
But
Colin
Your
Powell?
Majesty, the
Colin
word that you
Farrell?
will die.
Colin Jost?
I will tend the geese with Colin, Your Majesty.
Gretchen knew that the princess would remain silent, but she was afraid
Because the
that
princess
Falada,
has no
the talking
agency,
horse,
apparently.
might give her away.
Right.
And one more favor, Your Majesty. This horse, he is willful and stubborn, and he has made me angry. Have him taken away and order your groom to cut off his head.
Well, if that's what you want, I suppose it'll have to be done.
So whatever she says he has to do.
But I'm not going to think about it.
Burn
I
the
refuse
crops.
to spoil
I guess
my
I'll
day
have to
for the
do
sake
it.
of a horse.
I love his utter
We'll have a
indifference to
party.
life.
We'll invite some girls
So,
and boys.
another
and
part
I'll
of Fairy
buy them
Tale
all the
Steve,
toys that I've
horse
always
murder.
longed to
I
play
know.
with, but my royal dad
I
would never
wonder,
buy
you
for
know,
me.
like Mario Puzo.
By Jove, by Jinx, we'll have a spree.
Maybe this is where he got it.
Maybe. Everybody's getting murdered, but let's have a party. Some sad music.
The horse was
Oh,
killed,
that was the murder music.
and its head
Wait.
hung on the city gate.
We never heard the horse talk.
And every morning, as the princess passed
What was
with
the
Colin
point of
to
the
tend the
being a
geese,
talking
she would
horse?
speak to it.
No idea.
Poor Falada.
Poor
What
Falada.
a terrible fate for a handsome, beautiful horse.
Then the princess and Colin would drive the geese to the meadow, where they
In a
would sit
car.
and talk together. And the princess would comb her golden hair.
The sun up there shining on your hair makes it look
Oh.
like pure
Is
gold.
that Colin?
You should keep your
Colin
eyes
is
on
the
the geese,
Forrest Gump
Colin.
of fairy
I'm
tales.
not
Yeah,
much
I
of a one
guess.
for words.
So I
I've
guess it is
never
Colin
seen
Farrell.
anyone as beautiful as you before.
Why, thank you, Colin.
I think you must be just about the most beautiful thing in the whole
I
wide
like
world.
you.
Oh, I thought,
Better than her
Ariel's
love
real
battle.
pretty.
I like you.
You're pretty, Jenny.
Yes.
Better than the turkey's prattle. I like you. Hair like golden straw.
I wonder what
Like my
rhymes with
ivory
straw.
More and more and more, I like you. Every day I find the whiteness of your teeth.
The whiteness of your teeth.
What is me
But you know, Brian,
kind
I
of great
have
big
3 young boys, and I've told them,
shining
when you find a girl that you're attracted to,
Think
always
of
check their teeth
mango
first.
whirls in the dew.
Are your teeth right? Good.
Better
You can
than all these things, I like
I
you.
like you.
In fact, why shouldn't I say it? I love you.
Oh,
Friend zone
you
arriving
are
in
very
3,
sweet, Colin.
2,
And I like you very
1.
much, too. But I
We
don't
have
love
left
you. I love the prince.
Then give me a
Friend
lock of
zone
your
happy.
golden hair as
Yes.
a keepsake.
Don't be silly, Colin.
If you
You're
don't
too
give
nice
it me, I'll
for me
take
to
it.
love
Colin.
you.
Come on now, come on, you give
Go.
it me.
Let me report you.
Blow, now
I am not a smart man, but I know what groping is.
Why are you making my heart flow away?
Oh, my hat! It's blown away! Hey, hat, come here! Hat,
By
come
the way,
here, come
the princess,
here, come
who has no
here.
agency and is afraid of everyone, now has power
By
over
time
the
Colin caught his
wind.
hat,
Because of the
princess
blood.
had combed her hair and tied it up so that he couldn't touch it. Every day the same thing happened. The head of the horse at the city gate would talk when they passed him by.
Wait, what?
They would sit in a
What?
field, and
The
Colin
horse's
would
head
ask
was
for a
hanging,
lock of her golden
which I
hair.
guess is where
And
taxidermy
when she
got
refused,
started.
he would try to
Okay.
take it, and then she would
What do you
summon the
think the
wind.
horse head could have been
Colin's
saying
hat
to her all
would
this
blow
time?
away, and Colin would run to catch it. At last he grew
late.
tired of this, so he complained
This is
to
where
the king.
Mr. Ed
Your
came
Majesty,
Right.
I'm not going to look after
Hello,
the geese if I have
I'm
to do it
Mr.
for that
Dead.
silly girl.
Why not? She's pretty, isn't she?
Ah, she's pretty, but she annoys me.
Well, girls are a bit like that, you know.
But she
That's why I
talks
have
to the end
mine
of that horse
murdered.
that you nailed to the city gate.
Eccentric.
But
All the
the
girls who
head talks
didn't
back
like
to
me
her.
before were kind of annoying too, I guess.
Peculiar.
And she tells the wind to blow
That's
off my
ones were
apple.
pawing at them also.
Extraordinary.
Oh,
Now,
I
come,
like
come,
you.
Colin. You can't ask me to believe a thing like
Another
that.
restraining
Come with
order
me, see for
for
yourself.
me.
Next day, the king followed Colin and saw with his own eyes everything the boy had described.
Including the zombie horse head.
That evening, he sent for the princess and asked what troubled her.
If I told you, I would go in fear of my life, Your Majesty.
Well, don't tell me then. Tell your story to this old fireplace.
The princess sat in front of the fireplace.
Hello, fireplace.
And
How are you
believing she was
today?
alone, she told the
This
story
gives
of
random
the
objects,
servant,
personality.
that she
I
was
have had the
true
most
princess.
amazing day.
Fireplace.
Today I spoke to a
Dear
horse head.
fireplace.
It said,
It
ah!
grieves me more than I can say, because I love the prince very dearly, and my only wish is to be a good and loving wife to him.
If you know what I mean.
When a girl
And then she winked at the fireplace.
loves a boy,
Because she's an idiot.
she'll do anything on earth to please him.
And the king popped in his head.
Anything on earth
Really?
to please
Anything. Let's have a party.
Yep.
It'll just be you and me.
So, anything to please. Marriage, Steve. A one-way road.
Hey, that's the way it was in the Middle Ages.
And there's nothing in the world.
The guy can do whatever he wants, and she just has to please him.
Yeah.
That's the way the
Nothing in
world
the
done.
world that matters but love. I should know.
I will say this. This one's a good singer.
It is.
She's talented.
She is.
The king had hidden himself by the chimney and had listened to all the princess had said.
Because he's
He
creepy.
ordered her
I'm
to be
imagining
dressed
him
in
just
her
being
royal
suspended,
robes,
like
and then he
hanging
sent
a
for
la-
the
like-
prince.
Hanging from a
There you
tree.
are,
Not like
Henry.
Tom Cruise
There's
from Mission
the
Impossible.
Real princess.
Yeah.
You're
Oh, flat out.
beautiful, of course she is. That's why that servant girl Gretchen kept her out of the way. And while we're on the subject of Gretchen, what are we going to do to her? Chop off her head?
Oh no, please don't do that.
We could banish her from the
Kind
kingdom.
of happy with this
Yes,
chopping off
that
the head
seems
thing.
rather lenient.
Horses,
doesn't it?
people,
Mind you,
princesses,
we could do it
whoever.
in public with everybody looking on. That would be most humiliating.
I don't know if you realize
so
this,
the
but I
servant
derive
girl
pleasure
is
from the
back.
pain of others.
Yes.
Princess married the prince, and they both
There's a
lived
German
happily
word for
ever
that.
after.
Schadenfreude.
When a girl loves a boy.
By the way, Steve, you and I, we're not going to talk about the prince casually switching wives, are we? I mean,
No.
that just,
No, it's just, yeah, there's,
like, Gretchen wakes up and she's married to the prince, and then
realizes, oh, wrong woman.
right,
Let's trade places. Okay, now I'm married to you.
and then she's simply excommunicated.
Yep. Quick divorce. No rules, no laws, just, you're a king. It's great to be the king.
It's good to be the king.
Yeah.
That's it. Welcome back to the Vinyl Word.
It was such a sweet fairy tale, Brian. Filled with murder and
Loving
blood.
lovers, loving love.
Yes. Once again, it was very strange. Yeah, just like, yeah, I think there's a few things to learn from side two there.
I'm curious what you got.
I didn't say it was good things, just things that I observed, I guess.
Okay.
First of all, yeah, the horse never spoke.
No. Like, there's a talking horse who says 0 words on this.
Yeah, and we never hear it. But then for somehow he's able to speak even though his head is cut off.
Right. Zombie horse. Which, by the way, I really like my Mr. Dead joke.
That was pretty good. And also, I guess at the end, in order for the prince and princess to be happy, you have to hurt others. You have to murder a horse. You have to take your previous wife and publicly humiliate her. So that way she never comes back. Oust her from the community.
Well, like, that's better than the original Brothers Grimm
What do you mean?
ending. Oh, in the actual Goose Girl that was in the original Brothers Grimm. Gretchen is placed into a barrel that has spikes on the inside.
What?
And is rolled through the town being pulled by a horse. And
What?
they kill her that way. Yeah. That's how Gretchen dies in the original Goose Girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's strange. Which, yeah, speaking of the goose, or like the goose once.
No, like, well, it's because it was a job title.
Ah.
Like, you know, like, it was just,
She was the goose
go, like, do the geese. I mean, like, she could have been called the broom lady also, you know, and just could have been sweeping, which, by the way, would have been a better use of her wind powers.
Right.
She could have walked in and went, and,
this house is dirty.
yeah. And instead, they just put her in a field with a, like, slightly intellectually disabled man named Colin.
Right. Yeah.
Who, that song was pretty...
Wasn't real smart. I like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've come up with a new phrase for whenever I'm stressed or if there's a situation that I really don't want to deal with. I'm just going to say, let's have a party.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, that's crazy. Well, thanks again, guys, for listening to another episode. As always, we'd love to hear from you. Our email is vinylword22@gmail.com. Thanks.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.